I'd give them each a question. They can answer that or to deviate on their own. But James' question was, what's one thing you heard that reminded you of what Christ has done for you? And then you can share whatever else about the rally that you impacted and fun you had or unique experience. So go ahead.
Well, let's just say I had lots of fun. What impacted me was that we are Christ ambassadors, and our main job is to spread God's word so that many people can get to know Christ and come to heaven with us. And what impacted me was that many illustrations on how we can connect with each other and with God.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, it was fun. There's lots of stories I could tell. So we'll. Who's next? Kendall? I asked the kids, would you come share something? And Kendall goes, can we use a microphone? So a question that I posed to Kendall, what was one moment during the week where your faith was encouraged? So you can speak to that and also just share a little bit about your experience wherever you'd like to stand. You were the third one? Oh, is McKenna supposed to be up? Okay, you can do the third. How do you hope Christ will work through you now that you're home? Is that the right question?
As I'm going into high school, I feel like I'm gonna want to try to fit in and do what other people are doing. But at one of my workshops, it was Strong Without Apology. I think that's what it's called. I learned that we were all uniquely made, and that we are all our own person, and Jesus made us all different in His image. So, I feel like while I'm home, I can use His reminders and to tell myself that I don't have to compare myself to other people. And I can also share His reminders that He sends me with my friends or other people that are needing it in the moment. So, yeah.
Awesome. Anything else you want to share about your experience?
It was a lot of fun. I think it was a really good experience, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Excellent. All right, McKenna. Thanks, Kendall. A moment that encouraged your faith and being now a 2-time Youth Rally veteran.
The Youth Rally is always a lot of fun, and it's really cool to see so many people worshiping together, being from a smaller church. You just get to meet a lot of amazing people, and our family being so connected in WELS, it's always really funny who I run into. So this time I met someone who used to work with my dad in Minnesota, but we met randomly at a workshop, and then later we found out, I was like, wait, your dad is John Enter, and you worked with my dad. Anyway, so if we went to school in Minnesota, we would have probably been great friends, but no. So anyway, so my question is, what was
one moment during the week when your faith was encouraged?
Yep, so throughout the Youth Rally, it's really cool because in the morning, we always start out with a keynote speaker, and they speak on something, and then we have 2 workshops each day. We get to pick from I don't know, there's a lot, but you get assigned 4 different ones, and then, so you get 2 each day, and then at each night, we kind of close with something as well. So I really thought this year's theme was pretty cool, being Christ ambassadors, because just growing through my faith throughout high school and becoming a little more outgoing, I've kind of realized the importance of what it really means to share your faith with other people, and having non-Christian friends, it makes me sad when they don't believe, but I think it can be hard to start a conversation about faith. And so I was just really encouraged with that, and like in one of my workshops, it was about starting a spiritual conversation. And he was just like, you're never going to have that perfect moment. Like, it's not going to happen in your life. You might have maybe 3 moments. So it's like he was kind of talking about how to start that conversation, whether it be he made an impact. He was traveling, I don't remember where, but I think it was somewhere in Africa. But he was like, he just ordered a burger, and this lady was a vegetarian, and somehow that led to a conversation about faith. And then he sent her sermons and really got her connected. So I think it's no matter where you go, you can make an impact, whether it's at your coffee shop, just someone randomly you meet, just finding a way to integrate your faith into a conversation is really important. And also just the fact that God has a plan for each and every one of us. And I think going into college, it's just really cool to see where God places you. And I always love the youth rally because it's wow, I feel like God really connected me with these certain people out of the 2,200 here, that I got to meet these people, and I'm like, how did I end up meeting someone that works with my dad, or someone that knows this family member, or this family member? It's just really cool to see God at work. And then just being, I also went to the one that Ken went to, the Strong Without Apology. And I think it can be hard to want to fit in, or to think you're not good enough, or dealing with failure or perfection for myself is always difficult. So just a reminder of what God has in store for us, and that when doing your best, that, God will work good through all things. And so I think for me it can be, I'm very competitive. So trying to be the best or whatever, but really it's not about building yourself up to make someone else look worse, but kind of working together to accomplish a bigger and better goal. So those were just a few of the moments that really impacted me. There was so many, and I feel like I'm still digesting all the information that I was packed into these past couple days, but it's just so amazing, and God is definitely at work. And going off to college, I feel really inspired to just kind of reach out to people and invite them to church, and I think there's a lot of different opportunities there. So that's just a little about the youth rally, and feel free to ask me any questions, because it's always a good time, and I'm encouraging Kendall and James to find some more people to bring next time, because it's so fun. But yeah, thank you.
Awesome. I went to a workshop on making illustrations that stick, so I had to try it out this morning. Anyway, it was just a privilege just to spend the time with these 3 young people, and I'm encouraged, and yeah, I would agree. In 2 years, it was funny because, long story short, we were supposed to go through Chicago on the way back, and that flight got delayed, so we would have either gotten stuck in Chicago, or then they rerouted us through Nashville. And we hadn't really had a chance to buy souvenirs or whatever, and so we were walking through the airport, and Kendall paused at a store that had a Nashville sweatshirt. And I'm like, hold up, because we had dinner, and we had 3 hours to burn in Nashville, so they burned a few dollars. So they came home with Nashville sweatshirts, even though we only spent 2.5 hours, 3 hours in Nashville. But my understanding is in 2 years, the next rally is going to be in Nashville, so you have the garb ready to go. So thank you all for your thoughts and prayers and our safe travels, those that gave financial donations to make it possible. What a blessing it was to all of us. So have a blessed day and a blessed week ahead.